Hi everyone, welcome back to the Qualicare Family Home Care Edmonton East YouTube channel. My name is Trevor and this is Teresa Craig. She's an RN and the owner of Qualicare Edmonton East. It's a franchise home care business, and today we're going to be talking about who we serve, or who Teresa serves with her business. I have a quote for you from the square root of wonderful. The closest thing to being cared for is to care for someone else. I have a stat for you from Stats Canada. Adults age 65 and older currently account for more than 46% of national spending on healthcare in Canada. That is a lot. That's a lot of spending on healthcare, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what does that mean? More and more people getting older, more and more people are going to need a business just like yours to help them in their home or help them in a facility. We're going to get into that in this video. So Teresa's going to be sharing some highlights of who she serves and how she makes their lives better. So let's start off with some of the questions that people might have. What city does your business operate in, and what is your service area?
Well, our service area is Edmonton, Fort Saskatchewan, Sherwood Park, any outlying area as well. So that could include St. Albert, Bruderheim, Stony Plain, Spruce Grove, anywhere in the surrounding area. So our business operates in Fort Saskatchewan. That's where my business office is. We've had to change because of these challenging times and COVID. So we brought our business home with us, and that's where I operate out of. Excellent.
Yeah, with COVID, it's made things a little bit weird.
Oh yeah.
And hopefully we're getting out of the strangeness of COVID and into life as normal. Let's hope. And so the next question that a lot of people might have is: do you go to your customers' homes or places, or do they come to you? How does this all work? How do you find people, and how do you get the services started?
Well, I go to see the customer, so they just contact me via my email or phone. Phone is usually the way I get phone calls from my customers, and I will set up a free consultation with them, and I'll go to their home, and of course we observe the COVID-19 restrictions, which is the physical distancing and the mask. And we have a chat. We talk about what goals and needs are that the client needs and the family needs, and from there we develop a care plan, individualized care plan.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Now, who needs your services the most? Is it like mostly elderly, or is it people who have received an injury either by a motor vehicle accident or a work-related injury? Like who is the best customer for you, or the most frequent customer?
Well, what we're seeing right now is the elderly are our most frequent customers, although our company does take care of people of all ages, so people with chronic diseases, traumatic diseases, post-rehab, anybody with mobility issues, anybody with emotional and mental issues, things like that. But we do see everybody, and everybody is welcome to definitely contact us.
Excellent. Now, what is the biggest need of your ideal customer or client that you help them with?
Well, seeing as our most frequent customer is the elderly right now, most of the time, because they want to stay at home, their biggest need is getting up in the morning and getting dressed and washed, which is very basic for most of us. But for them, as they've gotten older, it can be a challenge. So they just need help in those areas, which are called activities of daily living that we all do every day. But for them, it is a challenge. So that's the most frequent thing we get asked about.
Okay.
Yeah.
And after that, like, you help them, get dressed, washed, ready for their day.
Yep.
What are some other things that you help them with in their home? Is it like making hot meals, or taking them out for a walk, socializing? What other things do you do to help those customers?
Yeah, well, once our client is up and moving, we will help them mobilize. A lot of times they have difficulty, so they just need somebody to stand by them and help them walk with either their walker, their cane, or even in a wheelchair. They do like to have a meal prepared. I know a lot of the public service home cares won't fix anything past usually a piece of toast and something hot to drink. But we will prep a meal, and as long as what they have in the fridge is available for us to cook for them, we'll do that. And I find that the caregivers really, really love doing that for the elderly. We'll do a cleanup of the house, vacuuming. We'll even throw in a load of laundry for you if you need. And if you have a pet, we'll help you take care of your pet as well, because they're the family too.
So it's quite a well-rounded service that
Yeah.
you have, that you provide for people. And I think that's what a lot of folks don't know about home care.
Yeah.
So the next question that I've got would be more, I guess, towards the people who would be asking you to help. So like another caregiver, what is their biggest area of concern when it comes to home care and finding help for their loved one? What is their biggest concern that you help them with?
I think the biggest concern that I've come across is, does the same person come in on a daily basis for my mom or dad, or for my grandma or grandpa? And yes, we do match the caregiver to the client. And that is so very important, because that builds a relationship between the client, the family, and the caregiver. And it's very important that the same person sees them on a daily basis. And they might have, if it's a client who needs, say, 24/7 care, they might have 2 or 3 caregivers that they see, but those are the same caregivers. So they come to know them well.
That's good. So you build a bit of a relationship, and they see a
Absolutely.
familiar face on a regular basis. And that's good. And that provides a level of comfort as well.
Oh, yes, yes. And confidence too.
Now, what is one of the hurdles that you have to overcome for people that causes them to put off buying your services? What is one of those questions they have, or an obstacle that stops people from calling?
I think the biggest obstacle is when they see private home care. They automatically think it's out of their reach, and that's something that they can't afford. But I am here to tell you that it is possible to definitely have private home care in your home. Every Albertan has a right to public help within the AHS company, and there are programs for people to have that added financial assistance.
Good. So there is some help within the healthcare system.
Absolutely.
There's some money that can be put towards that.
Yeah.
Awesome. So Teresa, tell me, what makes your home care business the right solution for people?
Well, we really care for our clients, and we care for the families, and we have them all involved when we develop a care plan for that client. So we listen to what they have, what they want, what they need, and together we develop that care plan. So I think it's very important. I think that it's important to hear what they have to say and to give them a voice, and to advocate for them when need be as well.
Excellent. So Teresa, tell us, who are some of your big competitors?
So some of our biggest competitors right now, I would have to say, is Home Instead, Nurse Next Door, Compassionate Care, to name a few. There's a lot more, and they all want to provide care out there.
Yeah. The good news is there's plenty of people out there to help, and a lot of people need help, especially in the Edmonton area. We have an aging population. There's a lot of people, a lot of fish out there to be had.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's not any sense that you're not going to get enough customers, or there's a lack of them, because there is an over and abundance for more people. I think the biggest competitor you have is Alberta Health Services, because everyone thinks in Canada we've been shaped and formed and molded over the last several decades that you have to get your publicly funded health care, otherwise you are something wrong with you, the devil. It's you deserve that health care, and that's the health care you get because it's free. Our taxpayer dollars go towards the health care, and that's the one that's for me, and that's all that's available. But no, there is many different layers and levels to the healthcare system, and there are funds available for people to get private home healthcare. And even if you need some healthcare for or home healthcare for your loved ones, for aged parents or grandparents or whatnot, it's accessible and available to you. So that brings me to my next question. If there's one thing that you could improve in your business, what would that be?
I think the one thing to improve in the home care business, as far as private home care is concerned, is to have a relationship with the publicly funded system, meaning AHS. I think it's really important that we work together, especially in this day and age when the aging population is growing. Hospitals are bursting at their seams, and there's not enough beds either in the hospital or in facilities to take care of our wonderful aged population. So I think that's really probably the most important thing I could say as far as.
I would agree with you. I think a lot of people would rather stay home and be cared for. They've lived in the house for 30, 40 years. They, going to stay in a hospital is kind of an odd feeling, and it's they don't feel comfortable and at home because they're not at home. And I think that's a big benefit that you bring to the table, is you can go into someone's home and help them stay at home and be cared for and maintain a good quality of life.
Absolutely.
Now, how many people are you hoping to help with in the next 5 years, let's say?
Wow, my vision is thousands.
Thousands, wow.
Yeah,
that's
and I
lot.
mean, maybe not face to face.
AHS, we're coming for you.
Not maybe face to face, but social media is very popular. So getting the word out there to people that are feel they don't have any hope and are struggling to maintain their life at home, I think is so important. So that's hopefully what's going to happen. I'm really hoping that.
Yeah, and we're working towards that every day. I know these guys are working hard, trying to get the word out and let more people know about what you're doing and your business. And if you are interested in getting a free consultation with Teresa and Qualicare, what do they have to do?
Just give me a call and I'd be happy to talk to you. My phone number is 780-328-6655. Just call me.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Teresa, for your time. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next time.